Why keep on living if every day is just the same? Now, that's actually a question that I ran into throughout my life multiple times myself, especially since I attempted suicide in December 2016. Now, I say that very openly because, by the way, my name is Emmanuel. I am a mental health motivational speaker. And I did attempt suicide in December 2016. And a year later, got this tattoo of a semicolon and the number 25 to tell myself, hey, depression is not going to hold me back from living my best life. And I say that so that way you can understand and know I have had these thoughts before in my life. So honestly, the way I now look at that question, it has changed. Because in the past, if you were to ask me that same question, even a year ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, I would have said something like this. You're right. Every single day is the same. I don't want to be here anymore. And I actually hate life because nothing changes. That is how I honestly would have answered that question. Okay. But this is how I answer that question now. Every day is not the same. Now, there are times in my life where I feel like nothing will change, but over time, I see the differences. That's how I would answer it now because I've learned that my actions can bring about change in my life. Let's stop right here. Most likely, if you're watching this video, okay, you probably have, and I'm guessing, okay, I'm making an assumption as a mental health motivational speaker and a mental health advocate since I experienced, a mental illness myself. Since you clicked this video, you may be having suicidal thoughts. You may be having suicidal ideation. You may be hating life, feeling numb, hating yourself, not wanting to be here. First off, if you're living in the US, call 1-800-273-8255. Okay? That's a suicide hotline. That means you can call them right now, and I do hope and I pray that someone answers right away to handle any concern and talk to you directly so you're not alone and feel like you have to bottle it up. When I'm sharing these things in this video, like, oh, your actions can bring about change. That sounds like BS. I know it does. Listen, when people told me advice to help me with my depression, anxiety, even if it was helpful advice, I didn't believe them. And that's the truth. So I'm hoping that at least sharing that with you can help you kind of listen to what I'm saying to you as different than all the other advice that we've all heard 1,000 times over and over and over again. Okay? Now, listen, every single day is different. Every single day actually is different because every single second is new. Every single second that we are walking, breathing, talking, eating, it's new. If you don't believe me, look at the timer right now underneath the video. It's constantly going up because it's new. You don't know what's going to happen in the next moment. If I stop talking right now, do you know what I'm going to say? You don't because it's new. So that thought in our head that every day is the same, it has to change because it's not true. True. That word is huge here. If you're bored at this point in the video, by the way, if you feel like clicking off, hey, I hear you. All right, like sometimes on YouTube, we want to be able to have more entertaining videos and entertain, right? But this is a serious subject. I'm talking about the fact that there are people out here that may not want to actually be here anymore. So I'm going to take as much time as I need to help you. But what I was trying to say is, I do believe that action in every single moment is different. Every single second is different. And then our actions today creates a better tomorrow for sure. Here's an example. Let's say I'm playing video games and I love playing Brawlhalla, for example, Super Smash Bros. I also, I have a PS4, so I play Rogue right now, Company, and all these other games, FIFA, etc. If I play today, I might be all right. But if I play for 5 minutes every single day, every day, day in, day out, over time, I'm going to see myself improve. And that's because every single day is new, different, and my actions I did that day improved myself. You can do that same exact thing with your own happiness. You can actually do that same thing with your own emotions when it comes to sadness, depression, anxiety. You can learn how to better manage your emotions so that way every single day does not seem like the same old mundane, boring routine that never changes. That never changes. The only way to create change is through action. And the only way to create emotional change is through physical action. So I'm going to share this last point, okay? Because I don't want to feel like I'm beating a dead horse. And I really hope that you're taking away what I'm sharing with you right now, because this changed my life. This saved my life. This helped me see life in a different perspective. If you are not happy with your life and your day-to-day routine, your schedule, going to work, going to school, the people around you, you have the power right now to change that. You do. Not some BS stuff, okay? I'm not saying some hooroo, no, you actually have the power. But the only way to do that is through actual physical action. I'm not saying that you gotta go talk and go run and go work out. I'm saying physical action is just doing the smallest thing. It could be writing something down. You're not talking, but you're at least expressing and getting it out. I'm not sure how many people or how many videos you've watched to watch this one. Go for a walk. Talk to a friend. Call that number. Talk to a professional. Because it would be easy for me to say, hey, you can't. You don't have to talk. You don't. You can just journal. You don't even have, you can journal and then show somebody, okay? I'm rooting for you. I'm really hoping that you found this helpful. I'm really hoping that this helped kind of kick your butt a little bit, honestly, to say, yo, I kind of hate my life right now and my back's against the wall. So the only way I'm looking now is up, and I'm going to start taking action right now. Even if it's just the smallest action of just 5 minutes of action that will help me just change my routine of my day-to-day life, I'm going to start that today, because over time I will see my life change. And that makes it worth it. All right. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please know, first off, I love you, and hit that subscribe button, honestly, because I grew up without having a community of people that openly talk about depression and anxiety or their personal experiences. So my hope is by you hitting subscribe, I'm going to continue to make these videos that will teach you different ways to increase, honestly, your emotional intelligence. So that way you can better learn how to manage your emotions to be happier in your day-to-day life. So hit that subscribe button. And if you want to become more involved, go to Facebook and type in DT Nation, because that's how you join the private DT Nation Facebook group. I love that community of members, by the way. DT Nation, Depression Talks Nation. People share their personal stories and what their like tips and gifts and pictures, like music, and it's just such a fun group. And then lastly, if you're looking for a speaker to speak at your college, your festivals, your events, and schools, you can hire me at depressiontalks.org. And I would love to help your audience honestly be impacted when it comes to mental health, to know they are not alone. All right, I think it's time to end the video. As I always say, do you stay swagalicious? Woo! And keep smiling, okay? I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. You got this.